On the night of February 1, 1959, 9 young hikers set up camp on the icy slopes of Kholat Syakhl in the Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union. They were among the most skilled mountaineers of their generation, yet something happened that forced them to slash their way out of their tent, flee half-dressed into minus 25 degrees Celsius temperatures, and scatter into the darkness. Weeks later, their bodies were discovered under strange and terrifying circumstances. Some were barefoot, others had crushing injuries comparable to car accidents, and one was missing her tongue. Radiation traces were found on their clothes. The Soviet investigation ended with a vague conclusion. They died due to a compelling natural force. More than 60 years later, the case remains unsolved. This is the full story of the Dyatlov Pass incident, a chilling mystery that blends tragedy, science, conspiracy, and fear. The hikers. The Dyatlov group was made up of 10 people, mostly students of the Ural Polytechnic Institute in Sverdlovsk, today Yekaterinburg. Igor Dyatlov, 23, the leader and engineering student, skilled, respected, calm under pressure. Zinaida Kolmogorova, 22, energetic and cheerful, known for her optimism. Lyudmila Dubinina, 20, serious and disciplined, often strict but loyal. Yuri Doroshenko, 21, brave, strong, had once faced down a bear. Rustem Slobodin, 23, athlete, skilled long-distance runner. Nikolai Thibault Brinols, 23, known as Kolia, of French descent, clever and witty. Alexander Kolevatov, 25, physics student, quiet and thoughtful. Semyon Zolotaryov, 38, the oldest, a World War II veteran, joined the group at the last minute. Yuri Krivonishenko, 24, known as George, joker of the group, loved music. Yuri Yudin, 21, suffered from health issues, left the expedition early, survived. Each had experience in skiing and hiking in extreme conditions. Together, they formed a team capable of enduring the brutal Russian winter. None could have imagined the fate that awaited them. The journey begins. On January 23, 1959, the group departed by train from Sverdlovsk. Their destination was the remote Ural Mountains. They traveled by train, bus, and truck. Villagers remembered their laughter and songs. Along the way, they kept diaries and took photographs. The journals show a mix of humor and determination. They joked about the hardships, but were excited about the challenge. On January 28, Yuri Yudin fell ill with rheumatism and stomach pain. He reluctantly turned back. His departure saved his life. Later, Yudin would say, "I still ask myself why I was the one spared. It haunts me every day." With 9 hikers left, the expedition pressed onward, into the mountains. The group moved deeper into the wilderness. Temperatures dropped, winds howled, and snowstorms slowed their progress. On January 31st, they reached the base of Kholat Syakhl. In the Mansi language, the mountain meant Mountain of the Dead. The next day, February 1st, they climbed higher, but a blizzard pushed them off course. Instead of reaching a forested valley for shelter, they camped on an exposed slope just below the mountain's summit. Photos show them smiling as they pitched their tent. It would be their last night alive. The tent. On February 26th, rescuers finally found the camp. The tent was half buried in snow. It had been cut open from the inside. Boots, coats, food, and equipment were left behind. A logbook and cameras lay untouched. 9 sets of footprints, some barefoot, led downhill toward the forest. Why would skilled hikers cut their way out and abandon warm clothes in deadly cold? This mystery still baffles investigators today. The first bodies. On February 27th, searchers found the first 2 bodies at the edge of the forest, about 1.5 kilometers from the tent. Yuri Krivonishenko and Yuri Doroshenko lay under a cedar tree. They were barefoot, dressed only in underwear and thin shirts. Their hands were badly burned, as if they had tried to grasp firewood. Branches above them were broken up to 5 meters high, suggesting they tried to climb the tree. Nearby, a small fire had burned, but it wasn't enough to save them. 3 more bodies were soon discovered between the cedar and the tent. Igor Dyatlov, face toward the camp. Zinaida Kolmogorova, clutching her chest. Rustem Slobodin, with a fractured skull. All 3 seemed to have died while attempting to crawl back to the tent. The final 4. For weeks, rescuers searched for the others. In May, as snow melted, they found the remaining 4 hikers in a ravine 75 meters from the cedar. Alexander Kolevatov, Nikolai Thibault Brinols, Semyon Zolotaryov, Lyudmila Dubinina. Their injuries shocked investigators. Thibault Brinols, severe skull fracture. Zolotaryov and Dubinina, crushed chests, ribs broken with force comparable to a car crash. Dubinina, missing eyes and tongue. Even stranger, some of their clothes carried traces of radiation. Autopsies and mysteries. Pathologists examined the bodies. Some died of hypothermia, but others of massive internal trauma. No external wounds matched the force of their injuries. Radiation levels on clothes raised suspicion of nuclear contamination. Their tent had been slashed open from the inside, yet valuables were left untouched. It was as if the hikers had fled in panic from something invisible. Official cause of death, hypothermia for most, but the strange injuries could not be explained. Theories. Over the decades, countless theories have been proposed. Avalanche. A slab avalanche might have hit the tent. Explains panic and tent damage. But slope angle was too shallow, and footprints survived. Katabatic winds. Sudden hurricane-like winds caused fear. Possible, but doesn't explain crushing injuries. Infrasound theory. Wind over the mountain created low-frequency sound. Could cause nausea, fear, disorientation. But how would that break ribs? Military testing. Some suggest parachute mines or secret weapons. Explains trauma and radiation. But no official evidence has ever surfaced. Radiation accident. Some victims worked in nuclear labs. Clothes could have been contaminated earlier. UFOs or strange lights. Witnesses in nearby villages reported glowing orbs in the sky that night. Could explain panic, but no physical evidence. Yeti attack folklore. A local myth, popularized later. No animal tracks were found. Each theory explains part of the mystery, but none explains it all. Modern investigations. In 2019, Russian prosecutors reopened the Dyatlov Pass case. After months of research, they concluded a small slab avalanche struck the tent. The hikers fled in panic, poorly dressed. Darkness, cold, and exhaustion killed them. Crushing injuries came from snow and rocks in the ravine. In 2021, Swiss researchers supported the avalanche theory using computer models. They argued that heavy snowfall and strong winds could trigger a small slide, crushing the tent and forcing escape. But critics remain unconvinced. The slope was shallow. No classic avalanche debris was found. The injuries were too severe for a minor slide. Thus, the avalanche theory explains some but not all of the puzzle. Survivor's story. The only survivor was Yuri Yudin, who turned back due to illness before the tragedy. For the rest of his life, Yudin struggled with survivor's guilt. He said, "If I had gone with them, I would be dead too, but why was I spared, I do not know." Yudin became a keeper of the memory, helping investigators, speaking to journalists, and defending his friends against wild rumors. He passed away in 2013, never knowing the full truth. The legacy. Today, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the world's most chilling unsolved mysteries. The pass was officially named after Igor Dyatlov. Monuments honor the 9 hikers. Tourists and adventurers retrace their route each year. Books, documentaries, and films keep the story alive. For Russia, it is more than a tragedy. It is a symbol of the unknown, where science, secrecy, and human courage collide. Conclusion. What really happened on that frozen night in 1959? Perhaps it was an avalanche, a freak weather event, or human panic. Perhaps it was a military experiment gone wrong. Or perhaps something stranger still, something we may never fully understand. What is certain is this: 9 young lives ended in fear and pain on the icy slopes of Kholat Syakhl. Their story is not just about mystery. It is about human endurance, friendship, and the price of exploring nature's extremes. Right finger subscribe to FactStorm for more journeys into history's darkest and most puzzling events.